Hey there, Reese from The Point here. This podcast here is a little bit of a different one again. It's been a while since I've had a chat with Melissa OBryan from Solbar and also the drummer in Fat Pony. So this one we talk about the open mics and how the Solbar open mics and how they've shifted onto online and the effect of that, and a few other things bookings related since Liss handles the bookings at Solbar. And we talk about Fat Pony and a few other things too. So I really hope you enjoy this one. It was great for me to catch up with Liss as well. I haven't seen her in a while, obviously. So, ladies and gentlemen, Melissa OBryan. We're rocking and rolling. You ready to do this, Liss?
Yes, mate.
Yeah. Yay! There you are. All right.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, it's been a little while.
Mm.
And you've been keeping busy?
No, attempting to not keep that busy, actually.
Oh, that's actually kind of a good thing.
Yeah. Hospitality doesn't get a break very often, so...
No, and yeah, I imagine you'd be nice to wake up to, like, not 300 emails in your inbox every single day.
Yeah. Nice to not wake up to my phone going off for the first caller of the day or the first messenger of the day.
Yeah.
So it's a strange situation, but you got to take the silver linings, and that is to enjoy the passive.
Look at you, looking all professional in Big Rock Studio right now too. Looks like you're the producer.
I know. I travelled for this.
Yeah, so far. Heaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a journey. You nearly stood me up on our date, mate.
I know. I was at work. I went to work today. They've had us in there cleaning and painting and doing all those things that you can't do when a venue's open pretty much 24/7.
You know what? I think, because like my work's been doing the same thing.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
We're still we because we drip feed people coming through and most of that stuff's online. Yeah, we've been painting and cleaning and redoing stuff, and yeah, it's a good reset, I guess.
Oh, it's awesome. Like you don't notice it, but yeah, the girl is starting to look a bit old, I suppose, a bit worn around the edges. So getting in there, as I said, we're open 24/7. So getting in there and like dusting it off and cleaning it out, and
as long as the green room has not had its walls painted, that's the main thing.
It was a discussion today.
There was
definitely a discussion today.
Oh no, don't do it. So much.
It's getting pretty full though.
Yeah. Unless if you do it could be like the layers of paint, I guess, and you peel back a layer.
It might be like selective clearing, perhaps.
Get rid of all the penises that were drawn on there, maybe.
Yeah, that's actually a job I do yearly anyway.
Yeah.
You know, that's why there's got to be more females in music, because if I have to paint over another penis, that's that's
not
the main
literal
downfall
one.
of
Just penis graffiti. Yeah.
That's the main downfall of a male-dominated music scene.
Yeah.
Infatuated with themselves.
And plus all the Sully graffiti that was in the toilet too. I mean,
poor Sully. That's also boys' humour in the toilet as well.
So, what I want to bring up is the quite clever move of bringing the open mic to using Zoom and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, not many venues decide to do that, and it's a tricky thing because, like I've mentioned before with other guests on here about the difficulty and latency. But the suckful thing is when you go live with that, most of the time I'm actually organising other podcasts. So I usually get to catch about
missed out
10 minutes of it, and then I just basically busy doing the other thing. But what I have seen, it's been pretty cool. And so did you decide to do that, or was it just a general talk? Or
yeah, no, I think we've been sort of catching up once a week. The managerial kind of side, the back of house kind of side of Solbar's been catching up once a week. Which is all getting passed through the rest of the employees, but it was probably mainly an initiative by me, I suppose. There's such a community around that. It's not just about playing music in front of people. I mean, as as much as everyone else. There's such a community around that event. And yeah, to see those faces again and to keep that community going in some form, like, that's the basic ethos of Solbar, is to keep that network and community pumping. So I thought that I had a Zoom meeting with a few industry reps, and I was like, this program's amazing.
I still haven't used it yet.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The audio quality and video quality of it's really cool. And I was like, I think I'm going to use this. Yeah. So that's where it came from.
And so it was what I saw. It was pretty quickly adapted by the ones that had just been missing actually playing. I mean, hell, I saw Asher get on board, which I was like, whoa. Didn't think he'd be jumping in, but he's been missing playing music. So.
Yeah. Might have been a few requests sent out.
Okay. Is Kenny on there?
No.
I am in shock, man.
Right. And I'm counting these as ones that he's missed too.
Yeah. Oh, because he was on the streak too.
Yeah. He's not getting a pass for these ones.
Yeah. What was the it got to 200 and something open mics, didn't it?
It was something more than that.
It was some.
I think it's more than that. It might be 250 or something. It's crazy.
It's mental.
So he normally misses a couple. Tamworth he misses, Gympie he misses, and other than that he's there 49, 50 weeks of the year. So and has been for years.
Yeah.
So I know all the words to his songs. But yeah, he's been missing these ones. I wonder if anyone has his number.
Can he get Zoom and get onto it?
They need to let him know that it's happening.
And you need to be first on the board again. No one can steal that thunder. That's the thing.
Nah, no way. But yeah, I suppose it was just an initiative that made sure that the core of us was still getting people together, still playing music. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Like there is a community that has been built up around this whole thing. Like, admittedly, I was out of that for quite some time, and I started coming back again for a little bit just to see what was going on there. I felt so out of place though because I had no idea.
It revolves. It's really funny. I've been watching it for like 6.5 years now, and there's this evolutionary process every year and a half or so where people build up their chops on stage at open mic, or they meet their band there, or whatever it is that they do, and then they leave the nest, and then someone else comes in, and there is definitely an evolutionary process that happens. So if you don't go for a couple of years, you're like, who are all these people?
Yeah,
and how do they know each other?
Probably one
and how
or
does
two.
no one know me?
Yeah, there's probably one or two that I would have recognised, and the rest of us like, wow, this is a whole new scene. I feel so, and no one knows who. Oh man, I feel like just in punter. Oh, it's a good thing because it's humbling, and you basically. I'm starting to sound up myself, I guess, in the sense.
You're starting to sound nostalgic, I think, Reece.
A little bit.
I wish I was.
Shit, Barefoot was formed in the open mics, man. So that's
But don't get me wrong, it's only a couple of weeks, and then everyone knows your name.
Yeah. It's like cheers.
Yeah. Everyone's telling you that, that was so cool, Reece.
What I found when, like, me and Nath jumped up and did some Mules stuff.
Yeah.
That was the scariest gigs I think we'd done.
What?
It is. It's really strange. Once you've gotten past that, I mean, like, I've been playing music for 25 years, so it's not that. It's more to do with you've gotten to the stage where you're playing all like festivals, or you're playing sort of like proper stages, proper sound, that sort of stuff, and faces become just blanks.
Yeah, there's enough there that they blur.
But when you're playing open mic in an open mic community, the majority of these people are actually musicians as well. And you don't know the caliber of these. Some might be learners. Some might actually be like pros that are just coming out just to see what's going on. And get up and just blow your mind when you don't see them play or anything like that. So it is actually really freaking scary.
Wow, did not see that coming.
No.
What was the response like when you finished?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It was good. It's a rush for me, but. Nath gets off that sort of stuff all the time because he used to be in covers bands. And But yeah, it's really strange. It's nerve-wracking because you're so close to everyone. You know that nearly every person in there is going to be a musician, and yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah, I suppose those smaller, no, I don't play gigs. Well, I think I've got 2 under the belt.
You've got gigs under the belt.
I've played many open mics. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you can see that everyone is actually listening to you, and you can see all their faces, you can see their eyes, it can be intimidating. But as I say to everyone, just get through that first song. That's the hardest one.
That's the hardest one.
And then the second one you'll loosen up, and the third one you'll really enjoy. And the buzz when you get off, there's like sort of accomplishing that, I think, especially the beginners that I see at open mic. You can see that they're like, oh, I'm going to do that again. It's
all
cool.
right. So since you've seen so many of these damn ones, what would be one of the weirdest ones you've actually seen on there? Because I've seen some pretty doozy ones on there with some whacked out spoken word with electronica in the background.
Oh, see, I think you and I, the same image sparked in our minds when you asked that question.
Was he wearing some kind of mirror sort of stuff?
Quite possibly. Yeah. His name was Orlando Furious.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He was really avant-garde, like Pete and the Slug Fuckers avant-garde, like crazy 80s, amazing, but very unusual, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing about this guy was you'd see, the first time I saw him was after a union, State of the Union, what's the rugby thing called? I'm showing my Victorians.
State of Origin
thing. And all these blokes in 4X shirts or maroon or blue or whatever, they came at the back and they were drinking beers, and Orlando Furious comes up. He starts playing. I'm at the back sort of turning him up, whatever, mixing. And I see these guys nudge each other, look up, screw their faces up. By the third song, they're all like, yeah! Just loving it. He's good. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He turns people. Yeah, he's awesome. Really, yeah, but he was probably one of the more unusual acts, for sure.
Yeah, unusual and talented. But I've seen some ones that are unusual and just like, oh.
Yeah.
Man,
look, it's a mixed pot.
It is, but the thing is, getting the courage up there and actually doing that in the first place, it's more than a lot of other people do. So
yeah,
I'm not here to write them off or anything like that. It's just sometimes you just go, oh, wow.
And that's the whole point of an open mic too, is to see things that you didn't come there to necessarily see that. You've just come, expect the unexpected, whatever, and that's why these nights work. It's basically a variety show.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We've seen a couple of sort of acts in the last year that were open mic regulars morph into like gigging acts as well. I mean, Frogbox would have been one.
Yes.
Wetlands would be another one.
Wetlands. Yes. I mean, Kato, a singer from Wetlands, has been doing open mic for a couple of years now, and I believe she met the lead guitarist and the drummer and all that through open mic.
Yep.
That's part of that evolution that I was talking about. It's very cool.
Because I remember actually having a chat to Kato.
Yeah.
I think it was the second time I saw her doing it. This is when I was starting to frequent them again, and she did a Avant Soho cover.
Yeah.
And I just went, yeah, that was cool. And I said, but have you actually recorded something? And she sort of slyly said, yeah, we're in the process. I went, oh, okay, cool. So we're going to see something. Yeah, next thing you know, fucking Wetlands is up and running. I went, oh, okay.
For sure. Good. Yeah. With Kristen on the lead guitar and her brother, I think, is on the drums, and I can't remember who the bassist is. Sorry, bassist.
Not like you've gigged with them or anything.
But yeah, she had like this sort of grungy Courtney Barnett thing going on. It's very cool.
That's why I appreciate it, because not many people were doing that. Not around here.
Yeah.
And
very cool.
Now, Solbar's fired up the pizza oven and starting to do the pizza.
We have?
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
About bloody time.
Well, I know, right? But we just we didn't know what the landscape looked like. So we sort of just bided our time. But then we started open mic, and well, you can't have one without the other.
No, you just need someone to pull your skewies at the same time.
Yeah. Well, the draft taps are off. Oh God. But so I actually went in and did open mic from the Solbar last week, which I'll be doing again tomorrow.
Yep.
Which is fun. I'll try and, I don't know, maybe get a bit more, what do they call them? Some roving microphones going around. See if I can charm some people waiting for their pizza to play a tune on the guitar.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Get it, sing for like half of their pizza or something. Like
yeah. If you can play me a C minor 7, I'll cut half your bill in half.
Sing for a skewy. And
then obviously Google what a C minor 7 actually looks like.
Don't ask me, I'm a bass player, man.
No. Yeah, mate. I'm a self-taught guitarist. So
I just know my root notes and that is it. But that's cool. So the response was pretty good for that. Sorry, I have to readjust my cushion here.
For the pizzas and the tinnies, yeah. It's been, the phone actually rang off the hook for we're only open from 5 till 8. And for 2 hours it rang off the hook.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was really good.
But it's only in that sort of general area though, isn't it? Sort of like Maroochydore or Bly maybe? No?
Yeah, Rich, I think we do delivery from like 5Ks, but there's people driving in from Nambour. A few people came in from Nambour and stuff that normally come to the open mics, but came in just to support us, I suppose, or maybe they really like our pizza. I don't know.
Man, that's pretty far away from us Nambourians to come out and
Yeah, it wasn't you.
No,
it wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
You would have been. It was 6 o'clock by then. You mightn't have been able to drive, Reese.
No, probably not.
I've
been behaving myself. Like, this is the only drink I've got tonight. I've been drinking non-alcoholic stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday. God damn it.
So, okay, we're gonna get a little bit serious in this sort of sense. Like, when this shit hit the fan, basically. And basically government says no more venue and that sort of stuff. The first thing that would have happened would have been all the bookings, right? So how was the response from because you deal with the booking agents and the acts coming through here, and you would have had some pretty big ones lined up coming through. What was the panic like?
Yeah. So it sort of actually started before the shutdown.
Yeah.
Really. A lot of different agents, reps, managers, etc., had already started talking about what's going to happen, what they're going to do with their dates.
They predicted.
So there was a lot of secondary dates planned.
Yep.
Plan Bs for October, November. I guess they're looking at overseas, or if the higher ups had friends who were higher ups. And they'd kind of already put some plan Bs in place just in case, because it wasn't even necessarily the capacity thing or the spatial distancing, but also there's some international bans, there's some interstate bans, and as the flights got fewer, people started realizing that maybe this is going to look a little bit different. So there's a few bands that have put a plan B in place, which still may not come out yet, but we'll see.
I mean, there's been a few that sort of already announced sort of like in October, November, or December sort of redo,
absolutely.
Which is what a lot of us are actually expecting. I mean, they're saying venues and that sort of stuff in July, but we all know that it's not going to be until like August or September before we start seeing any inkling of us being able to play live, minimum.
Yeah, I mean, so it was great. I mean, everyone in the industry was, I don't know, fairly, they were consoling each other, really. So it was I'm really sorry. I know you've had terrible news, but, we also are going to cancel our tour for July and I mean, there's no apology needed.
It was going to happen.
That's how it is. That was the landscape at the time, or it is the landscape, and what can you do?
So
what can you do?
With like basically international sort of stuff off the cards for a good 8 months, I would say, to 12 months.
Well, at least, and then is it going to go down to pinpointing? I mean, different countries have different measures in place, which means, the USA are going to start letting people out and about soon, and they've got over 80,000 deaths, or they're at about 80,000 now. So is Australia going to ban US citizens from coming in or quarantining, or, and then the same with Italy or Spain, or the more riskier areas.
Sorry about the sneeze.
You're right, mate. Yeah, so I've had a few UK bands and that booked in mid-year that aren't coming.
I mean, you would
anymore.
see some New Zealand acts within the 6 month or 8 month time frame if we've got the bubble.
I think we'll open up to that. Here I am just speculating on camera. We'll probably open up to New Zealand fairly soon, I can imagine.
Yeah. But I think I mentioned this with Forest Run when I chatted to them. Because you mentioned the landscape changing, and this is true. The focal point will be more on homegrown Australian music, which is
cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but even more to the point, your local area is going to have more focus on it because still certain things restricted to a degree. So now would be the time for sort of like Sunshine Coast, Brisbane, Gold Coast to be solidifying kind of getting some unity happening here and helping each other out in a sense with shows and supporting each other in that regard. So do you see anything sort of taking off from that? Do you think I mean it's going to be healthy for Australian music in the long run as it is, but do you think any certain particular artists are going to start blossoming out of this, or certain sort of scenes, or certain sort of...
Yeah, I think Australian music's been really strong and steady for quite a few years anyway, and developing a really distinct sound anyway. There's three now. Oh God, the more I think about it. There's a real slack-jaw sort of punk.
Yeah.
I make up my own genre names, like the real slack-jaw punk or the shed punk sort of stuff, which is huge, from June Rats to Chats, sort of that slack-jaw punk. Even Bad Dreams, I'd almost throw in that category. And then there's the pop electro stuff. I mean, Dooley's local, but Jaguar Jones and all those kind of bands. And then obviously everything that came from the Ocean Alley Sticky Fingers, it's breeding down. Locally, we've got bands like Toxic Fox that kind of breed that stuff. Those three genres have been gathering massive momentum in Australia in the last couple of years anyway. And I think they're really well celebrated in Australia. So, yeah, I mean, I just see those. They've got a period of, 12 months where they're not going to have sort of international competition, I guess.
So they should be jumping on this, basically.
But, saying that they also are going to have limited international access, so it's hard to kind of get to that next barrier as well.
Well, that's the catch-22 there. Exactly. We've got material here. We should launch it while the focus is on us, but we don't want to release our A game yet. So this is what I've brought up with other artists. Is, are they releasing their B singles basically, just to keep shit
biding time?
Well, just to keep things flowing and making sure that people realise that their fan base and the industry itself knows that they're still active, they're still doing stuff. They're not just sitting there twiddling their thumbs and sulking in the corner, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my advice is to always put your best foot forward. I mean, I understand why people would be releasing B tracks because you want the A track to tour on. That's But does that mean you release 2 or 3 bit naff tracks till you get to there?
Or you take the gamble.
So it's always going to be highly competitive.
Yeah. I mean, some people may you may regard a B single like yourself as a B single that you release, but it actually might take off because it's something that people weren't expecting, or it's not your.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with Brian the other day, actually, and sort of the whole art of an album's almost gone now. With streaming.
Yeah.
So now bands really put emphasis on releasing a single, and there's never those fillers in albums that there used to be. You know, those songs are there, but they're so excluded and they're so put aside. Whereas on your little beyond streaming years like I am, we get an album, and most albums, my favourite songs were the odd one out.
Yep.
The weird one.
There's always hidden gems in there. That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I suppose there's nothing wrong with B-sides, but
no.
You always put your best foot forward. You know, that's why give second grade if you could give first grade. And even if it is just for streaming, streaming's gone up however many %. I don't know what it is. Google it. There's a fact out there somewhere.
I can't even tell you.
Yeah, but streaming's everywhere now. So you don't even get to – it's still competitive. Everything's still competitive. You should always do your best. That's what it is. Yeah.
So you're saying –
I've gone on a rant.
Yeah. Don't rest on some that you think you might just release the good stuff. But yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll just put that out because it was sitting there anyway, and whatever. It'll fill up some Facebook or it'll fill up some Insta. It's still got to be quality because there's so much on there now. If it's not quality, you what do the chefs say? You're only as good as the last meal you serve up. And that's exactly the same as it is music. You're only as good as the last song you put out. You always bring your A game. Always bring your A game if you can. Yeah.
No, I like to point out, like, a lot of people don't realise, like I did mention before, that's Big Rock Studio that you're in right now. But a lot of people don't realise that where you're sitting right now, the Dregs have recorded there.
Yeah, yep. They were here not long ago. There's my keys.
So Mufasa's been there. The Dregs have been there. Was it Alvin Blue? No, what was the name of the...
Alavan Blue.
Alavan Blue.
I mean, Floating Bridges did all their stuff in here as well, I think. Obviously, Mules have been here.
Yeah.
I think Barefoot did some stuff
Barefoot
here.
did some pre-stuff in there.
I mean, Ziggy Alberts did his first EP in here.
There you go.
There you go. Back when he was a school kid working at Solbar, he was in here doing his first EP. Yeah. Yep. And then, I don't know, all the other stuff he gets from the internet that people ask him to.
I know Interism were there too, and I'm mates with those guys. Were they Caboolture?
Oh, that might be pre-Melissa on the Coast.
No, that was only just recently.
Oh, I missed that.
Interism, yeah. Because
I wasn't listening that day.
Slack. They're good lads.
I know. Yep.
Yeah. But Fat Pony's been recording in there too, yeah?
They have.
Yeah.
Yep, they have. We've spent about 6 months making one single. I think we're really pushing. No, we're really pushing through it. But yeah, we sort of got the last of it just during ISO. We were like, righto, come on, it's time.
Yeah, it's time.
We had all the bones there anyway. It was just getting around to that. Maybe that last bit of vocal in the chorus probably took us 2 months to get around to that, and
it's not.
Maybe it needs a little bit of keys in the bridge. Probably took us another month to get around to that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very busy, Reese. Please. Yeah. So we finally got it all mixed, and we're going to send it off to get mastered, and then it'll be out.
Is it the song I'm thinking of? Was it the one I said you should record? Or was it something else?
It's called Sweater.
Yeah. It's probably not the song I'm thinking of.
I think the song you're thinking of was the one where I sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's called On My Back, which I don't know if I need to change the title of that song.
Why?
But because it's not really about being on my back. I'm a female, so there's just automatic presumptions being made there.
All right.
Not about that.
All right.
Yeah. Some younger guy, I think we the last open mic or something, we jumped up and played 2 songs. And some young guy was like, "Oh, I love that song that you sing about sex." I was like, "What? What song? We don't sing any songs about sex, do we? Have I missed one? Like, I only sing one song." I see what you're talking about. Do I need to change that? Interesting.
No, I mean, like, you look at Mules' song titles, man. We've got some of the shittiest and weirdest song titles, like Butch Teeth, for fuck's sake.
I've never understood.
It was a misheard conversation between my daughter and Cherie, and I heard them. I swear I heard one of them say Butch Teeth, and they didn't. But that's and I was like, oh, that'd be a cool song title.
It's interesting.
Because
whenever I hear that, I just I've got this image of a bully with really big buck teeth.
I could do that, or like I don't know. I just think of this tooth that's ready to fight someone, basically. But conjuring up all sorts of weird stuff.
It now. You've changed. Stop messing with my pictures. They're good.
Mental imagery.
Good. Yeah. So we'll get that one out. I don't know. Soon after it gets mastered, and then
you got to write a press release and then send it to me so I can actually
I'm definitely. I think I should write the press release too.
Yeah.
I should definitely write it. We've got full-time muso in the group, and the other one is a head of arts, so maybe she's got some creative writing.
Surely she could do like some kind of EPK easily for you,
right?
One would assume.
I mean, she's on the base, Reese, so
we're the
she's
glue,
learning
man.
her root notes. What else is she doing? What else are you doing?
No, we don't do anything, man. We just sit there and pluck 4 strings or 5, depending on what we're doing.
It's funny. We're all guitarists and singers, and then we met at open mic. I mean, I was there working very, very hard.
Yes,
and we all met at open mic, and they were like, "Oh, I heard you play drums." Nah, not really. Don't you play drums? Not really. I can straight 4/4, and they're like, "Great. Do you want to have a jam?"
You're hired.
I was like, "Righto." Shit, I'm gonna have to learn the drums before Tuesday. What have I done?
Challenge accepted, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, though. When I saw you, when you were singing and drumming, I went, "Whoa, crap! Okay, Liss is up there."
That was so hard.
Yeah. Oh no.
You have to use every and then that one and that one. And
but if you get into the pocket, into the groove over there, then it becomes autonomous, and you basically got to let the focus go into your singing.
For sure. I mean, it had nothing with the very simple drum beat that I've chosen to play for that song. There's nothing to do with that. Nope.
That's why I can't do like proper singing and do the bass lines that I do. I can't do it.
So me and my sister used to play when we were kids. I picked up the guitar when I was 16, and she picked up the bass guitar when she was 16. We're a small town, no such thing as music in the schools or anything like that. So we taught ourselves at home, and I was amazed how she used to be able to play bass lines and sing. It's like two different acts at once.
It's a special breed that do that. Cause I can sing backups and harmonies doing that relatively well. But to sing a whole lead line and
running through the melodies with because you're basically singing with the guitar, but you're doing something different. It's cool. It's because with the guitarist you got this whole strumming motion, right? And that becomes rhythmical. Unless you're playing a lead line and singing that. Who's playing a lead? Too hard, please. Yeah, but like with bass lines, you're combining what the guitarist is doing with the drummer. Yeah, and you're filling in that gap there. Plus, you got to think of the melody like vocally. Yeah, for sure. I just can't do it. Nah. I don't know why. I think it's very impressive. Yeah, blows my mind. Yeah, there's a few. I mean, Paul McCartney did it, and he was actually a guitarist before he was a bass player. Just so you know. Yeah, but that's just. I mean, you're down. You just sidestep. Sorry about the down. Sidestep over. But I mean, he was playing bass lines and singing, and Eamon from the chats plays bass lines and sings. Yeah. Don't. I'm sure he's got a few licks in there somewhere that make it complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shitting on people. No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
They're cool as. Can you say? You can say shit. They're cool as shit. Yeah. Yeah. Remember the first time I heard them, and I was like, oh my god. It's like my teenage self just wanted to tear out of my 30-year-old self and just be like, give it to me! It was so good. Loved it.
Still not my cup of tea, but that's just, yeah. Each their own. Right. Yeah.
Horses for courses,
exactly.
Mate, if you're into that weird shit.
So,
horse racing.
Given all the stuff that you would have seen come through Solbar, what are sort of the rarities that you didn't even know or had an inkling of, but all of a sudden they just blew your freaking mind when you saw them come through?
The bands?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, this one you should have preempted. I would have had a list out.
Just off the top of your head, I mean, I know you would see a lot that come through, but there's got to be some that just sort of like, holy crap, I didn't expect them to be like this.
All right, look, I really wanted to do something a bit local, but
no, it doesn't matter.
The lady that blew, two ladies have blown my mind actually. One was Katie Noonan.
Oh yeah. You've never seen Katie Noonan live though.
Sorry, now I've got three. One was Katie Noonan.
Yeah.
She was pitch perfect. I remember her singing into the microphone going, oh, something's feeding back here. And then took half a second and then sang a note. And she was like, it's F flat. F flat's feeding back.
That's Noons, man. She's just on the dime, that woman. She's incredible.
Anyway, so no guitar, no keyboard, nothing to check it on. Just, I suppose that's her instrument.
She lives and breathes music.
That's her instrument. That was amazing. Marlon Williams from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Daniel Champagne, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I figured Daniel was going to be on that list, to be honest with you.
He makes me cry and smile at the same time. And Stella Donnelly from Western Australia. I've never heard the room so quiet in my life.
Actually, I think Aaron said the same thing to me.
Her mouth opened. She started singing, and it was a Sunday night. I think it was a couple of years ago. There was about 260 people in there, and you could hear. I mean, it's cliche, but you could hear a pin drop. Everyone, just shut up. Everyone, every last person. Every bartender, the taps went off, like everything. Like, just stop everything. You have to listen to this woman.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was completely amazing. Yeah. She was jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So off the top of my head, that'd be my little list.
I'd tell you one that really surprised me, this is going back a couple of years now, was when I went to go see Smith Street play at Solbar though. I'm not a big Smith Street.
That night was huge.
I know, but I was curious to see what they were like.
Yeah.
And the band before him, Pup from Canada.
Yes.
That was my highlight, was actually seeing those guys, because they were freaking unreal. And when they brought out Reservoir, which is the song that was one of their big hits for them, I was just, holy crap, this band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Smith Street were good. But like I said, I was just curious to see what Smith Street were like, because I've never seen them live. But Pup, whoa.
Yeah, there was another heavy. I think it was Frenzel Rom, and they were the first ones to bring through a band called Clowns, who are now, in their own right.
Yeah.
But they're another one. The work of a support act is like, I don't know, daunting, I suppose. You have to get the whole crowd ready for, well, in Clown's case, it was Frenzel Rom. In Pup's act, it was Smith Street Band. Yeah. Completely daunting. But you're right, it is the supports that just, especially some locals. It's like some that I've seen at, open mic or a Caloundra or something, and then you see them in a setting like that, a step up from open mic, but off the big stage from Caloundra, and that can engage an audience. There's yeah, music. The art of music is beyond just musicality. There's a whole level of performance and engagement that brings you beyond being a streaming service, you know. Yeah.
You mean the whole interaction? What's your thoughts on people that rant too much on stage though?
I go to too many gigs. I've heard all the rants. I've heard all of them. Which one? Which speech are we doing?
Oh no, just in general.
Yeah. No, look. There's people have to change the world, and to change the world, you really have to push, and you really have to rant. You know, like, you know, you got to march over the bridge, or you got to burn your bra, or whatever or you got to set yourself on fire to make people notice what you're talking about. And musicians or artists have this amazing stage to do it on, and I suppose, you know, with great power and all that stuff, you should, but some go a little bit far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, some you sort of just go, okay, we get the point, just play a fucking song, that's what we
some can go a little bit far down the rabbit hole. And some I've seen, and I just think it's not genuine.
Yeah.
They say it because it's expected, or they say it to please because that's what their crowd is.
I get the feeling
that like they want to hear.
They probably say it at every
that's
gig
disappointing.
too.
Yeah, yeah, and those sorts of things are, as I said, I see enough gigs that I can see the difference in that, you know. But yeah, that's sort of disappointing. I dislike it when it's ingenuine.
Yeah, I mean, a good level little of banter or like pointing someone out and just going, hey, yeah, you enjoy it, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But basically, sure. We're not here to elect you for Prime Minister or anything like that. Just play music.
I don't. As I said, they've got a stage, and maybe some of them do have a responsibility, especially if you're passionate about something. But yeah, do it well.
Do it well. Research your
do
banter.
It well. Yeah.
All right, last question before we wrap things up here, because we've actually gone for 40 minutes, mate. It's gone that quick. Yeah.
This is the longest conversation we've ever had.
No,
I'm meant to run off and do some
Yeah, you're
right
always
now.
busy.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you got your beer? Yeah, all right, catch you later. Yeah, cool. Hey, what about that email? No, yeah.
Guts to go. Yeah.
That's a good way of avoiding any email conversations with you. It's just like, no.
I'll get around to it. I get a lot of emails.
I know. Isolation ends. Lockdown's finished. Everything's clicking kind of back into normal again. First gig that comes on, what's the feeling it's going to be when you see people come through there, the band's doing sound check, and you're looking around?
It's been so strange the last few times I've been in there and the place is empty. It's just a building. And when you go in to see a gig, it's alive. It's completely alive. And that's the only reason I'm going back to work is that place alive and everyone in it just like frothing, chomping at the bit, whatever decades cliche you want to use. Yeah, everyone there for the same purpose and the same connection and just to fucking feel alive. Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be a shock.
So I don't know what the genre's going to be. I don't know what the band is yet. I mean, there's some ideas scrolling, but just for that sensation of complete emotion and gut, I can't. Yeah, I'm excited. You've been in that room where there's 450 people and everyone is there just to hear that their favourite band or their favourite song or guitar lead or the drums started up or whatever it is. You know, people get excited for the pre-music before the band even comes out. They're like, the lights come down, a certain rock song comes on, and they think, oh my God, the band's going to come out in a second. And that excitement is, it's almost suffocating.
I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the first band that gets on that stage.
Oh my God. Yeah, going back to the support acts. The first one. I'm so sorry. Get out there. They're hungry.
Deal with it. They're going to be shitting themselves backstage. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that place alive again. It's going to be,
Me too,
something
man.
else. Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit nostalgic now.
Yeah, me too. Oh, great. I'm going back to work, and now I'm excited about it.
All right, mate. That's cool. 45 minutes, and you breeze through that. Open mics still kicking on, but online.
Every Wednesday now, yeah.
So do they have to pre-register still?
Yeah, please. Send us a message just so we've got the board already. It's a bit too much to try and do that.
Through Solbar?
As we go. Just message Solbar Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep, and we'll put you on the board.
Yeah, and pizza's getting delivered within a 5K radius kind of thing, or come and pick them up.
Yeah, come and pick them up, or 5K. Monica, long time standing staff member Monica, was just at all the locals' houses. We just got like this film roll of her selfieing at different people's places. She had the best night.
I bet. And Kenny, get on this.
Kenny.
Whoever
has... Someone let Kenny know.
Yep. Someone let Kenny know. Just get on there. He's got to be number one back again. All right, mate. You hang on the line there. Have a quick chat afterwards. Everyone, this is Melissa O'Brien from Solbar and Fat Pony. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that podcast and many others that we've been doing. If you do like it and you haven't subscribed, I'm going to get this right one day. Press the subscribe button, ring the bell. You'll be notified when we go, when the next podcast goes live. Thanks for supporting Central Coast music, local music, live music, Australian music. Much appreciated. Cheers.